hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
My angles are right. Didn't have time to check this morning. Woo. Sorry, I'm just rough over here this morning.
Angle pieces.
Yeah.
What time you go to bed?
My angles right. I went to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning because I had to wash my hair. I go to bed a little bit earlier than that, Lizzo.
I thought you normally go to bed about 2.
No, 1. I mean, I'm up sometimes late, but not. Sometimes I'll have nights where I'm like pulling an all-nighter. So
just a ball.
I just wash my hair, so I'm just like stretching it out a little bit because it's just I got beady balls and stuff.
Beady balls. I used to have the beady balls. I'm getting back to beady balls. I'm snipping it back to beady balls. I had fun while it was fun.
You keep cutting it every week, don't you? Just snip.
Snippy pieces. The only thing I'm going to miss is not having enough length for braids.
Yeah.
Because once I snip it down, then I have to wait a while. Because I don't believe that you go in the African braid shop and your hair that long.
Yeah.
See, that's how they snatch it out.
Is that what they do?
I don't give them that opportunity. I need at least 4 to 5 inches of hair before.
My hair.
No, Lord.
Right.
I don't even let them around the edges do small braids. I make them do fatter braids and bigger parts around the edges and then do smaller. And they hate it because they're so particular. And I'm like, what I'm not going to do is be a bald eagle. Because that's sexy in your culture. Over here, that'll get you ranked on. I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord. Good morning, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
Yeah, so I'm struggling today on about 3, maybe even less hours of sleep because, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't go to sleep after I washed my hair.
What's wrong?
I got a lot going on.
Just
right
a lot
now.
of projects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm just tired and just restless.
But it's gonna all pay off, Jizzle. All of it's gonna pay off.
It will. I'm confident
excited
that it
for
will.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, guys, welcome back to another Thursday, Beautyish Radio, where we talk about beauty, business,
and all that ish.
Woo woo. And I am Joy M. Hutton, founder of On The Go Glam.
And I am Lydia Evans, founder of SW&G Essentials, or the supply house. Just
I'm like,
let it be.
I was like, what is happening?
Because I have to. What'd you say? Code switch.
Right, exactly.
Brand switch.
Exactly.
I just own some shit.
Yeah,
that's
you just own it.
I just sell some shit. That's it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, you can find me at Joy_H. No, Joy_M_H.
We don't know ourselves.
I'm tired. I told you I was tired. It's a lot going on today. Okay. So, yes, you can find me at Joy_M_H. Where can we find you, Lizzle?
At Lizzle the Realist.
That's right.
Yep.
So, yeah, guys, welcome back. Man, it is another Thursday.
Whole new day, babe.
Yeah, it's cold. Not cold here, but it is rainy and humid. Hence, I was like, I got to prepare my hair for the change in weather because what I'm not going to be looking like is a chia pet.
But ain't that when
but
chia right now? Y'all ain't sit with chia right now, just baby chia.
With
Chipita?
With straight strands.
Cheetah?
With just mullet style straight, just
starts
streaking
banana.
up, and then it's straight. Like, no, you're not gonna have me out here looking crazy.
Like a cheetah.
Yeah, so I had to give the straight hair break because it's the way this Houston humidity is set up.
But it's set up in a certain kind of way.
Yeah, no, so I'm not going to be looking crazy. So, yeah, let's go ahead and pop up this beauty of the week. Savannah and LeBron James.
Woo. Hot. Smoking hot.
Smoking hot.
Yes.
She has been in the internet lately because she just been slaying. You know, when they say we get finer as we get older, we age like fine wine.
Just like fine wine.
You know, listen, Savannah's like
clearly Canadian.
You're right. Right. Look, clearly Canadian. Right. But, yeah, she been slaying. I said, come through, Savannah.
Yeah, she has.
She's like, listen, I've had my babies now. I can...
Right.
Y'all go get the body that I give you.
Yeah, you definitely get the body
she said, listen, I'm done having babies, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Hey, Elsie. She said,
hey,
Joy,
Elsie.
back to your worlds of curls. Yes, they're back. I
Worlds
miss
of
them.
curls.
I miss them. So, yeah, but, Savannah and LeBron have been together for years.
Yeah,
and I didn't realize that they had been married just since 2013. I thought they had been married longer than that.
Wow.
But listen, they've been putting in work for a long time, since high school, right? They knew each other since high school.
Yeah, they probably wanted to make sure.
Yeah, she was like, listen,
right.
I need to...
Yeah.
Because I had this baby by you.
Yeah.
Or no, I think they had 2 kids before they got married, actually.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, yeah, she was like, before I go all in,
right.
I just need to make sure.
Right. You just need to make sure that you right. Right. No, for real.
Right. Because, listen, marriage is a commitment.
It is.
Relationships are a commitment in general, but marriage is, listen, we go together for real.
That's it.
And you ain't going nowhere.
But then you can go somewhere.
And then, you can't. Right, it happens. It happens.
There's somebody going somewhere right now, and it ain't home. Shit.
Right.
Anywhere but home.
Are you still posting?
What I've decided to do is just post some things while I'm on the show that don't bother y'all, or this one over here.
I need to make sure you focus.
Banana. I'm very focused.
Can you focus?
Hell yeah, I can focus.
Okay, so putting in that work, and I think a lot of the times we aim high, right? That's we're aiming high, and we want to get the things that we ask for.
Absolutely.
And so, but that's going to require work. I think I had mentioned this a while ago on the podcast that my therapist said it's easy to meet people that you're misaligned with.
Oh yeah.
Versus meeting the people that you're aligned with.
Absolutely.
And it's so true, because you're like, you could look at people and why are all the people around me married and in a relationship? You can be married and in a relationship. You might not be in the right one.
Right.
But, so pick your poison.
Right.
You either want to wait for the person to be aligned with, or, make some bad decisions along the way. But sometimes we got to do that anyway.
Right.
And that's in relationships, that's with friendships. At some point you may feel like you're not aligned anymore, right. And you gotta snip that cord.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely.
So, it happens. What are your thoughts?
I feel like you hit them all on the head.
Really? So I just gonna be talking the whole time? Just
well, the first half of the show.
Really? No, it's a collective effort. We need your presence
this
here.
One right here. She is just like a fucking school teacher. It's just
because
I'm really posting about the goddamn.
Because I'm tired. I need extra help this morning.
You need extra help, extra pieces.
Hey, Portia, that's my boo-boo. She said, I didn't need to hear this truth today, Joy. I'm just saying, you got to get in alignment. We talked about alignment a couple of weeks ago.
Translations.
Oh, yeah. We got to get in alignment because, favor ain't fair.
Right. No, favor is not fair.
So,
and favor is also what you make it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, that's real. Favor is what you make it. It's not just
10-minute show today. Okay?
It's not just about looking for something spectacular to come along. It's also what you have and what you make out of what you have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I think it also has to do with perception. It has to do with perception. It's all in how you perceive things. If you perceive something a certain way, then you're going to treat it a certain way and treat it like, okay, I'm waiting for something better to come along. Or are you going to take what you have and make that work? You know what I mean? So I think it goes both ways, but it gets to the point where if it's too hard, then that's a clear indication that that's not working. I'm not saying push something past what it needs to be pushed past, but I think that sometimes people are looking for this grand thing to happen, and it's like it's I don't know. I guess it's everybody's perspective on what favor is, and when it comes to, especially when it comes to like life, love, and relationships.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, like at some point or another, I know LeBron was fucking up.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
That's why it took them so long to get married.
Right, but she didn't do anything. She didn't commit to that right away, but she also was like, I'm going to have to make this work, or, you know what I mean? Or go through fuck-ups with somebody else. You know what I mean? So, I think it's just how you look at the favor, because somebody else might have been looking at it from the outside like, let that raggedy.
Right.
And she was like, yeah. So I think it's how you look at the favor, whereas someone else might look at it from the perspective of he needs to come already ready.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And they look at that like that's favor, but it's like, I don't know. I think relationships are just complicated, and it's to each person their own. And Lord knows I've been in some great relationships and I've been in some real fucked up ones.
Oh yeah, same here. Same here.
Man.
Portia said Valentine's Day will definitely have you wanting a relationship just to have one, even if it's not the one you need, right? Because you be all in your feelings and not wanting to be alone. So you're like, who can I call?
Right. Just a ghostbuster.
Listen, my time is valuable these days, so I'm putting it in the right places. And if it's in the wrong places, then again, like I said earlier, the cord has to be snipped.
Yeah.
Because I don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, Maurice.
Good morning.
He's having issues, can't hear us. Turn on that closed caption. Get it together. Hey, Ebony. Yeah, and just like the description says, you have to put in work on and off the court.
Yep.
The love of basketball analogy.
Yeah.
But I think it's true because I feel like people give up so easily now. And I don't know if that's just a culture shift in relationships. I don't know what it is like, but it's like if they didn't let the toilet seat down, I'm getting a divorce. I'm breaking up with that person. It's like, really? And I'm like, What just happened here? I'm like, what is going on?
Are you online, Alex?
Are we still good?
Or did it just cut off? We don't know if you guys can see us or not.
Okay. Well, I don't know. The internet's doing something, but hopefully you guys can hear us.
Yeah, hopefully.
While Google gets it together over here, because I don't know what's happening. But, and so I think that we have to. I think we're still on. Okay.
We're still on?
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Is it going to be like a lag?
No. It was just Google messing up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, no, we're good. We're back.
Okay.
We're back.
Because right here, this appears to be a lag. So we're not going to see ourselves in real time.
It's always a lag.
Wow. I know, but it's like way behind.
Is it?
Okay. All right. Cool.
Elsie said we hear you. So. Hey, James.
Oh, hey, James.
Yeah. Elsie said I'd rather wait and know exactly what I want and don't want versus just having someone and it may not work. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think, the older I get, for me, it's about intentionality, too. I mean, it should always be about intentionality, but when you're in your 20s, you're younger. You're not really, you're like, whatever, I'm just having fun. Yeah. But at a certain point, the fun, that ain't on.
Yeah,
that
the
ain't
fun
gonna work after a certain point. It's like we need more. What are your values? What is all that? So I think that.
When do you think fun wears out? What age?
I mean, I always want fun, but at a certain point, it's like, okay, what are your values? Are we really compatible?
No, but I'm saying at what age for you?
For me, I don't know. I don't even remember. I know. I think I mean, I've always been kind of a serial monogamous. Just a relationship person. I don't like being in the dating world like that. But I don't know. I would say I started really thinking about my intentions.
How's the serial monogamy working out for you?
It works. But, I'm a one-man woman.
One-man woman.
One or
no,
is it what?
No.
Did I say it right? Okay.
Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah. And so, but being intentional and I lost my train of thought now.
Because I asked you a question about the serial monogamy.
Yeah, but then you threw me off with
Because I asked you a question about the serial monogamy.
I know, you threw me off. I'm tired. Shoot.
I'm motherfucking tired.
So,
she motherfucking tired.
Anyway, I think I started getting more serious around between like 28 and 30. And then I was like, okay, I want more than just a fun time buddy.
Yeah.
I want someone that I share values with and I'm compatible with. And, we're having more serious conversations about life.
Yeah.
And what we want out of life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah, that's
28, 30.
28,
I think
30.
30 is very pivotal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 30 is very pivotal. I think
you start going to the grown folks, the adulting for real.
Yeah, your taste and settings change and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I had somebody tell me the other day, they were like, you don't really have a type, do you, Joy? And I was like, I guess physically, maybe not, because I be all over the spectrum.
With the physical?
Yeah, I mean, I want someone that has good character. If you tall and dark, great. But if you're not.
So then you do have a type.
No, well, I have preferences, but I don't have like, if you look at who I've dated, everybody looks completely different. And you're like, the commonality is like the person's character and certain qualities about them.
So what is that commonality in character?
I mean, for me, it is, I love people who are family oriented. Yeah. You got to make me laugh. Yeah. Because we just can't be sitting up there just looking at each other, just,
To be damned.
Right.
Right.
And then fun and games in about 30 and 35, LC said right. Yeah. So, and then, you got to love Jesus, because we got to have God in the center of our relationship. Because if God ain't in the center, then we got a real problem.
Definitely.
So, and there are lots of other things.
That too. That's very important.
But yeah, a person who has integrity, someone who is... who has goals. Yeah. I like ambitious people. Yeah. I haven't really been drawn to people who are just like, I don't know what I want to do in life. And I'm like, well, okay. Even though I may not be even though I'm still trying to figure out where I want to be when I grow up, I've always... When I grow up.
You just turned 40 and when you grow up. That's fine.
Because I have a lot of different interests, but... I'm still on a trajectory.
A trajectory piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I agree.
So yeah. Anyway. But yeah. What's happening over here?
I just moved and something popped.
Oh,
damn. The knee.
And when you start getting over 40.
Right. And I'm running head first in the 50.
You are not.
How am I not?
You are not on that side of the spectrum yet.
But you blink a couple times.
I can't. All right. Well, anyway, so anyway, but I was saying before that, like, putting in the work, because I feel like people are so easy to give up. Like, when things start to get hard, they just want to exit stage left. And I'm like, what happened to working things out? What happened to having conversations, communicating? Like, what happened to that? Yeah. And so I just find like a lot of people are lacking effective communication skills these days. Yeah. So anyway, but I can go on and on about that, but I'm not. So yeah. 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 So, but like, what do you think that stops the effectiveness of the communication? What do I think stops the effectiveness? The effectiveness. Like, I mean, some people just don't know how to. Some people just don't. They're not taught how to communicate. They're not taught how to express their feelings. Yeah. They're not. What is this? What's this? I don't know. What is this, Alex? I don't know. More. That means more in sign language. That ain't what Alex means, but that's what it means. What you not finna do is I don't know what's happening. Sign, Alex, what the fuck? I said, what is this? Are you not connected? Not compatible? Are you saying? No, that's it. Anybody know what this means? They have to touch. What does that mean, Alex? Are you looking for something that touches in the middle? What are you saying? Intimacy. No, that's what it is. At the piece. I mean, where are we going with this, Alex? No, don't do this now. And she like, that's just, Alex is clear in sign language. I don't know what's happening. And we the wrong people to do that with. You gotta just right touch, here on this center part. You gotta touch and agree. Your middle pieces. I don't know. Like my nephew used to call them middle parts. Hey, mommy. Hey, hello, mother. Hello, mother. LC said, Ebony said, when you know your worth, you see and move differently. Absolutely. LC said, I think people are just in a microwave relationship or situationships, not looking for relationships. Yeah, I think people are just intolerant. It's that quick fix. Yeah, people don't have tolerance. Like I said, if something gets hard or they don't like something, they just... It's like, I'm gone. Yeah. You did one thing to piss a person off, and they're like, I think people are just emotionally overwhelmed more than ever. And I think that the current times add to that. Yeah. People are just emotionally and just tapped generationally out. After generation is just more shit to do, more responsibilities, more to-do lists, more grind, more all of that. So I think a big part of that is just finding that peace. Mm-hmm. You got to find that peace. You got to love yourself. Yeah, you got to find that peace. You got to love yourself first before you can love anybody else. Yeah. And I think, which is, even though they had children before they got married, Savannah and LeBron, there was still a decision. Like, listen, marriage is still a different situation.
Yeah.
You know, cross that line, like, you know. But like you said, people can still, you know.
Well, in Hollywood, they get out
marriage.
of divorce. They get out of marriages like they get out of relationships. I mean, I really feel like for it, it's truly, and it sounds crazy because people don't want to hear that, but it's truly just the difference between having a piece of paper and not.
Yeah.
Because the reason why you want to get married to someone is because they've proven themselves to be all the things you look for in a mate. So that you're already essentially playing husband and wife beforehand.
Yeah.
In that fiance phase, that's husband and wife play.
Yeah.
The defining difference that makes it a little damn harder to get out that relationship is that one piece of paper. That's it.
Absolutely.
You don't have that piece of paper, you can walk away from each other, never look at each other again, and be done. With that piece of paper, it just complicates the exit. But the people and the person that you were to that person beforehand is so the woman that you showed yourself to be to that man is why he got down on one knee and said, will you marry me? It wasn't because you showed him anything other than wife material. It was because in his mind, you are 1,050% wife material. He didn't marry you because he thought after he marries you, you're going to become a wife. He didn't do that. He didn't say, I want to be married to you because after this, you're going to show me all this wife potential.
Right.
You didn't accept that proposal from him because you felt like after this, you're going to show me your husband material.
Right.
I'm going to accept this proposal because I know one day you're going to show me you a husband. You accept it because he's already shown you the type of husband he would be to you. The only thing is a title change. That's it. You go from girlfriend,
people
boyfriend
be acting crazy
to husband,
when they get that piece of paper. It's like things should not change dramatically, but they do. I was having a conversation about
because
that
I think
someone.
people put too much emphasis on the piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like what happens is people go from being girlfriend, boyfriend to
and they be
women
living together.
Women will say stuff like this. You're not my boyfriend anymore. You're my husband now. You're putting emphasis on something that is like, it's simply a title change. That's all it is. That's like, you're not the assistant manager no more. You're the manager. It's just a title change. But the accountability and responsibility needs to be there as a boyfriend, just as it would as a husband, if you get to the point of wanting to be married.
Well,
you know what I mean?
If you're looking at it from a religious perspective, it's more than just a piece of paper. But yeah, I mean,
I totally get that.
I get what you're saying.
Totally
I get what you're saying from just how society is treating the unity of marriage or the union of marriage. I think that it's just not treated the same anymore.
Right.
And it's just crazy because like you said, like what was it? Selling Sunset where what's her name? Chriselle was married to a dude from This Is Us. And they were married for like a year and a half. He divorced and then was married to somebody a year later. And I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy. But, hey, listen, it's just crazy. But it's like putting in the work. And like she, whether she felt blindsided or not, we'll never know like all the details of that. But it's just, I don't know. It's like, do people try? I know with my situation, I tried, like, listen, gave it a good old faith effort until it just wasn't going to work anymore. Yeah. But I wasn't like the first thing that happened. I wasn't like, okay, let's get a divorce, Yeah. But because, there are always things leading up to those major events or where you get to that point where you even feel like that. So, I'm just saying, just put in the work, before you just give up on the situation. And clearly, LeBron and Savannah have been putting in the work.
Man, whole work. How old is LeBron? About, do you know?
40. Is he 40 yet?
Is he?
I think he's 40, 41. No, is he? No, wait. Is he 40?
I think they might be in the
I don't know.
Late 30s, maybe. I think he just kind of has an older face.
Yeah, I know. He got that grandpa, that pawpaw look.
It's that beard.
37. Okay, 37. He's 37.
So then
he's not 40.
So then she's about that too.
About that age too.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So So just put in the work.
Man, it's a whole lot of work to put in for a relationship, man. Oof,
it is. And it's like, you put in the work, you reap the rewards. I don't, I tell people all the time because they're like, are you giving up? No, I'm not giving up. I am always open to love, you know? And that's just how I've always been, like, not shutting myself out of opportunities for love.
Yeah. No,
you know,
you can't. I don't think that
it's working until it's not working no more.
I think that doing that is giving too much power away.
Yeah, absolutely. Where people become jaded and they're just like, no. You know, I've met older women like that who never, and you don't have to get remarried, but at least open yourself up to the possibility of love again.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I be going back and forth.
Can you see yourself remarried?
I want to be remarried.
Can you see it though?
Sure, some days. Yeah. Some days I'm like, you know.
Yeah. I think it's just tough because it just depends on your current circumstances.
Yeah.
I think that when you're in a loving relationship, you see it.
Yeah.
It's easy to see what you know what I mean, what you feel. Mm-hmm. It's hard to see what you don't feel.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with your own personal self. If you don't feel good about yourself, it's hard to see good things happening for yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for sure. Yeah. So if you're in a loving atmosphere, you see that. But if you're not in that atmosphere, it's just it makes you question like, maybe this ain't for me.
Right.
And I think everybody goes through that. I really do. I really do. But I think attracting it is just staying firm on still that's what you want on the other end.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hello, good morning. Artulexually.
I know that. Artulexually.
Artulexually.
Oh, that's Jessica. No, I'm sorry, not Jessica. Jennifer. Damn, said that wrong. Yeah, my bad. Hey, honey.
Jennifer. Yeah, so, you know, that's what it is. Then you got this girl shut up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got the girl shut up for sure. Alex, bring it in. Okay, so we're speaking about...
oh, Lord.
It's just his face. Look at his face. It's just... I mean, what I'm saying is... It's just the face.
Is it the face for you?
For me, it's the face.
It's Kanye face.
It's that face.
That jawline.
It's just that undertone of crazy. Just every picture he just got an undertone of crazy. It just a splash of nutty in there somewhere. But I don't know if you guys have been reading it. It's been everywhere. Goodness gracious, this poor man is just
coming undone.
She wanted him. She got him. It's just that's all I see with this. Kanye
and we're talking about Kim, and for those of you who are listening.
Kanye and it says from BuzzFeed News, Kanye posted and deleted a photo of Kim hours after taking accountability for harassing her and leaking their messages. And the killer part about all of this is that this has been going on for a while where he is basically in so many ways cyber stalking her because she won't give him access to her, and he only has access to the children through like a mediator. For rightfully so, I suppose.
I mean, because he's coming undone, and if he continues it, he's going to, you know, he's not going to be able to see his children at all. Right. She'll have to get a restraining order.
Right, no, for sure. Like, yeah, and so he has been posting and deleting, and then just the other day, this post is in reference to just the other day, he publicly apologized and said, you know, he's so sorry and he shouldn't have been doing that and he should have pulled back and all that other stuff. And then the very next day, he posts private text messages from her again where she's asking him to stop posting things about Pete because it's making his fans get violent towards Pete.
What?
So that's what the text was, and he screenshotted that.
Wow.
And he was like, "I'm never gonna not protect my family," and da 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 da. Kanye been coming undone for a long good while.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't just started. Kanye coming undone.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think Kanye was undone for a while. I just think the death of his mother just amplified.
It was a catalyst for his behavior.
Oh God, yes, he just came completely uncorked and
not uncorked.
Yeah. So. I think but when I look at the guy that she's dating now, I think that she has an affinity for that. You know what I mean? Like I think she has an affinity for crazy because when you look at Pete eyes, Pete ain't, in my opinion,
he ain't all the way there either.
Straightest carrot in the bushels. You know what I mean?
Dad said. So he was like, I mean, this one ain't got it all either.
Right. But I think with Kim, she purposely went completely polar opposite aesthetically.
Well,
with the kind of guy she dated just to rub it in his face because she found out that he had cheated on her while they were together. So I think there's probably a sweet side of Pete that that she's attracted to that's probably a little bit more docile and more coachable crazy than Kanye.
Coachable crazy?
Kanye is more like, domineering crazy.
Right.
So I think that she found there's a sweetness in him, like that special kid that you're just nice to in the hallway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I do also feel like this is, I feel like it started off almost like as a damn near like a retaliation thing for her. Like, oh, you want to be crazy? I'm going to show you crazy. If I'm a date crazy, I'm going to go all the way with crazy. You know, he had an interview where he announced her as his girlfriend and made it official. Yeah. And there was a candle of her. A white candle, like a prayer candle. Like one of them
vigil candles or something with
the Santa Maria candle in the back with her face on it, like he prays to the. I mean, hey, just don't tell me anything's impossible, because he probably is another person that manifested Kim. You'd be amazed. That's the same thing Nick said with Mariah Carey. He manifested her because he said that even when he was young, when he was doing Nickelodeon and all that other stuff, he was so obsessed with Mariah, and he said he was going to marry her one day. And he married her.
Oh, God, I can't.
People out here manifesting their ass off, man.
Listen, I'm manifesting too, okay? Yeah, I'm manifesting too.
For that reason, we're going to get at a girl shut up, Alex.
Oh, man. Girl, shut up.
That's
all
it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, James said the dude is mentally ill. Absolutely.
What James said?
LC said from the frying pan to the fire.
No, right. That's it. From the frying pan to the fire.
Woo!
I think Kim's thing is like, isn't Kim the oldest?
Older than Kanye?
No, oldest.
Oh, oldest
of her
sibling?
siblings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
yeah.
wait. Is
it
or is it Khloe?
Khloe.
No.
It's Khloe?
Shoot, I don't know now.
It's Khloe?
Khloe? Is Khloe
I guess
the
it's
oldest?
Khloe.
Or is it
Chloe?
Courtney?
Not Khloe. Khloe's the youngest. That's
Courtney
the baby.
is the oldest.
Courtney's the oldest.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim's
Courtney's
the middle
the
child. She got middle child issues. She just lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I think
no, she
that's
is.
right.
She lost in the sauce.
Courtney, Kim, then Khloe, right?
Kim is attracted to what's attracted to her. So she's attracted to she's attracted to the attention. Middle children sometimes can be a little attention whorish.
Yeah.
So because they feel so left out of things. So, I mean, that doesn't surprise me when you look at the birth
and they all
order.
compete against each other, too. So y'all just competing for crazy.
That's an extra layer. I'm just talking about the birth order of their asses. You know what I mean? She just...
Oh, James said Khloe is the oldest. Wow. Kim in the middle.
Khloe is not the oldest. Chloe's the baby. That's the last
Chloe's
one.
The youngest. Yeah.
Because everybody was saying that she cheated on Robert Kardashian, and that was part of why their marriage kind of went to crap. Which is why Khloe looked a little, you know what I mean? A little, my daddy might be Creole.
OJ.
You know what I mean? My daddy might.
People said
my daddy got a little kink to his hair. You know what I mean? My daddy knows a little bit wider. You know what I mean? Yeah.
All right.
And she's messing her face up.
She really is. I hate what she's doing.
She is messing her face up and turning into a damn bulimic. She said, fitness is what you want, Tristan. Right. Fitness is what you gonna get. She gonna be a sack of bones soon.
She gonna be looking like a Skeletor.
Right. No. Right. Bless her heart. Golly. Man, yeah, you can't let that Hollywood go to your head.
You can't.
Take that shit in small doses. But their mama just beat them into submission.
She did that to these girls. She did that to them. Like, she really messed those girls up. It's really sad.
Oh,
but,
yeah. She said OJ-ish articulation. OJ-ish. She got a little something going on
just
now.
a little right here.
A little bit, just a passable piece.
It's right here in the nose area.
It is that OJ nose. And it's that hair that she got to damn near fry to keep it straight. You know what I mean? But then it's like when he cheats on her with a girl that looks like she might be of mixed race, then it's like Khloe comes behind it and then wants to amplify her ethnic side. It's the weirdest thing. It's like she goes from wanting to look like she's a full Persian girl like her sisters to then all of a sudden, as soon as, her significant other cheats on her, which is generally with one of the exotic looking girls that they call them, then all of a sudden she wants to amplify her exotic side.
Yeah.
It's a very strange ebb and flow.
It's
weird as shit.
It's dysfunctional.
Ooh, speaking of making dysfunctional functional. So yeah, they're functioning and they dysfunction, baby. But hey, we all do. We all got something. We all got a cracked egg in our basket. We do.
We definitely do.
Yeah, we do.
All right, y'all. Well, it's another Thursday in the books.
Do you got anything planned or anything coming up that you want to let everybody know? Any workshops?
Yeah, I do have a Google workshop next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, I usually post it in my story. So yeah, Google workshop for the Black Business Boot Camp this month for Black History Month. Okay. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, sounds good to me.
All right, guys. Another Thursday. We'll see you next week at 10ish.
Jesus.